Jonathan, hey, how are you? Jonathan, yeah, you smell good, man.
Take a shower.
I do
It's
not
Monday.
do that.
It's Monday.
You take showers in the morning?
On Monday.
That's just something I haven't gotten to do that in years. So I'm a nighttime shower guy.
Yes.
Speaking of trends, guitar trends, they come and they go and they change with the wisps and willows of moods of the culture. We're going to talk about things that have come and gone and things that are maybe here that might go away soon as well, or may not. Maybe part of the thing forever.
Never know.
I don't know. Let's get right into it. I'm going to go with the thing that everyone had like in the 90s and sort of like late 80s was coming out. Like, every guitar was coming with an active pickups.
Ooh, gotta have those EMGs, baby.
Blackouts,
Yeah.
EMGs and everything. And if it doesn't have EMGs, it's not good. I haven't seen a pair of EMGs in probably a year.
I think that's true.
It's not saying they're bad pickups. They're actually really good pickups. But they don't have to be on everything.
They don't.
And I do not want a battery in my guitar.
I do not. And there are passive EMGs.
Yeah. But I don't see the point in that. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The active, they're good. They have a place and they're really useful. And some of the passive ones are okay.
They got a tone.
There's one set that David Gilmour was using.
Who's that guy?
He was in a band called The Who.
He's not known for his tone, though, right?
Yeah, he was in Roger Daltrey, the lead singer of The Who, and Pink Floyd.
Everyone knows that's secondary to Roger Daltrey's role in Highlander, the TV show.
Or Roger Daltrey from the band Daltrey.
Right. That's when he shaved his head and had a second.
The side note, we haven't talked about movies or TV show. If you have not watched the TV series Highlander,
go watch it right now.
I was going to say you're probably not missing much, but
no,
damn it,
you
Jonathan,
are.
I love that. I mean, was that the greatest show? It's better than the movie.
Listen, all like young teen Jonathan wanted in life was a replica of the Highlander sword with that white handle and the little. Oh my god!
Isn't he like the Japanese piece that he was given? I've heard they're remaking that movie, which would be amazing. Because like being remade, because the movie's not good if you go back and watch it.
It's not.
Sean Connery's funny.
Right. No, I mean it's amazing, but it's not good.
Like when the tower's falling, like sort of the Sean sort of death zone, it's really fake looking. You know. It looks like an episode of the Muppets. But that's a side point. Anyway.
The scene where he cuts like halfway through his neck, that was amazing. And then he puts like little paper clips in it. That's great.
Active pickups. That's going to be mine. Well, you picked number 2.
I'm going to go, this is controversial. Floyd Roses.
Oh my God, how could you?
And I'm not, obviously they're still around. Obviously there's still a place for them, but I feel like there was a time when if you had a guitar and you were playing rock and roll, you had to have it. That was the pinnacle. You wanted one. And I'm not sure that's true anymore.
We have to remember, back in the 90s, there wasn't the internet. Our source of the internet for guitar lovers was Guitar Player Magazine, Guitar World. So that was the idea of like, so we'd see the cover of guitar magazines would always have guys with Floyd Roses.
Yeah. So
I figured that's what you had to have. I have an Ibanez with Floyd Rose sitting in the closet somewhere.
And I remember thinking that like, one day I would graduate from my ridiculous Stratocaster to a real guitar with a Floyd Rose.
Yes, I mean, that's
and a wizard neck,
Yeah, and I was able to I had to sell my cello that we rented to buy to get it.
I bet your parents loved that.
They didn't care. They're like, whatever, just as long as the kids, not just smoking the marijuana. And I wasn't, because I was a big nerd, and I sat on my parents' pool table and practiced guitar.
Good job. Paid off. Now you're here.
Did it?
Sure.
They should have taken the guitar away. I would have had a real job.
Would have never crossed.
That would have been okay, too. That would have been all right for a lot of folks. So this one Derek came up with. It's not a guitar thing as much, but it's the stickers on your guitar from the guitar shops.
Mostly like the one on the back of the headstock.
Yeah, Matt Umanov used to do that.
Yeah.
And there's still, I had a 60s Gibson acoustic in the other day, like an LG or something. LGO, I think it was. I think it was yesterday, I can't remember. But it had like stickers on the inside, like talking about like which strings to use. And it was not from Gibson, it was from like a shop that they put in there just to help you out.
Who wouldn't want that?
I mean, well,
we're bringing it back. Casino branded guitar.
You buy a Gibson or a Martin like a triple aught 28 from us, we're gonna put stickers on it for you. Just so you know what strings are which.
It's just like on the back of your car.
88 Dynamite, goodbye Eddie. We'll just put that, we'll stencil it in there for you.
Yeah. I love it.
Okay, another one from the past. That was going to be the fad, and it goes for guitars and amps, but mainly guitars. Stereo guitars.
The upgrade.
And stereo amps. Gibson thought this was going to be the thing.
Of course.
Gretsch tried a little bit too.
Yes.
But I have a Gibson stereo.
You do?
355. It's a great guitar. I wish it was a mono.
And it's super convenient. Right?
Let me get my thing out that's gonna like be able to split, so I don't have to play through two amps that are completely different. So it's one awesome amp. I never hear the neck pickup anymore because I just play the bridge.
Yeah.
I need to get the little. I hear there's a little piece you can plug in that just splits it on the actual guitar. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
You should get that.
That just or does I don't know. If anybody knows any advice, send it in, please. Like I've been trying to figure it out. I'm just dumb. Jonathan, you take the next one. This one's fun.
The next one.
This one's like huge.
Midi.
Yeah.
Now we're not talking about like a MIDI controller for your pedals, your Strymons. That probably is going away too. But nah, it probably isn't at this point. MIDI on your actual guitar, like the Roland MIDI thing where you're like guitar's a trumpet now. Kind of amazing, but I don't see it as much.
Kind of and Fender got into that with like the little chips that you could switch out, and that was like, hey, who doesn't want to have a little piece that you could lose?
Would you remember the Roland Ready Strat?
Yes.
You know?
Well, it's just like I was going with my kids, and we went over to like my parents' house to go through all my old toys, and we're going through this is a throwback, if anybody's from the 80s, the Transformers, the Headmaster series. I have the Scorpionox, the Scorpion one. He turns into a giant scorpion, a giant robot. It had like the head, and you put it in there.
Oh, yeah.
And the head is like, it gives you the stats of the Transformers. Is he strong? Is he stupid? Is he fast?
Right.
Had three things: strength, intelligence, speed.
I think they're robots. They could have just made it all.
Well, this is to make it cool. But the thing is, like, if you lose that little head, your Transformer sucks. You know, it's the same with these MIDI things. Like once you like the parts aren't, your guitar's been nerfed and it's stupid.
Maybe not the best idea.
Side note: that Ed O'Brien Strat, amazing. That's a weird one with the sustainer neck pickup and the sort of split rail. I think Seymour and the bridge. Great guitar. If you have one, congratulations. They're super cool. It's not one that picked up a trend because it's just weird. That's an outlier.
Cool.
That's another whole video. It's like the
Very
outliers
cool,
that are awesome. That's a video right there.
Oh. Remember that. Mark it down. We'll forget.
So the next one is one that's really also controversial. I'm going to go on this one. This one's the Pizza-O.
Fantastic.
Pizza or the Piezo.
Piezo.
Or Piezo. Or Piezio.
Piezo.
We've heard every pronunciation under the sun, and I don't care how you say it.
They're all wrong.
And a lot of times it doesn't make sense to have this in your guitar. It's a really cool feature. You almost bought one recently with it, one of the PRSs.
You know that I'm always figuring out how I can play not an acoustic guitar at acoustic gigs.
Jonathan begrudgingly plays his Taylor 300 series.
And when I do, I enjoy it.
But you really want to be on that electric.
I just want to do those sweet bendy things.
Sweet, soulful, bendy things that no one in the audience cares a lick about. Yeah. But Jonathan wants to play.
It's for me. It's for my own personal satisfaction.
Yeah. So the pizza effect is not a thing that's like it was a thing that was starting to get put out, and then a lot of people it just didn't take off. It's not needed. Like,
yeah, I mean, I feel like you saw it in a lot of, you used to have all the, a lot of Paul Reed Smiths, a lot of Music Mans with that, and it was like, oh, switch to your clean, picky part. And I feel like those guitars, they did sound okay if you were doing like arpeggiated things.
I always thought they sounded cool for jazz type stuff.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to do like an acoustic guitar thing, I think it doesn't sound like an acoustic to me.
Not exactly.
It sounds like a bad acoustic.
But when you plug your acoustic in, does it sound like an acoustic?
I think so. Yeah,
Sometimes.
I think some of the electronics are
I think my Taylor sounds pretty darn good.
I think the ES
and I don't run it through anything ridiculous. I just plug straight in.
But yeah. A side note too, the Talkbox, right? Didn't you think you?
I mean, there was a time when you felt like your complete guitar rig must include a Talkbox.
I mean, yeah, Joe Perry used it, and they used it.
How you gonna do all those sweet Bon Jovi covers?
And Peter Frampton.
If you don't have,
Wow.
Just kidding. I love Peter Frampton. I'm sorry, Mr. Frampton.
Oh yeah, you can't make.
I should not have made that.
I mean, Frampton Comes Alive was one of my biggest learning records. Like I listened to that over and over, not realizing how the heck he did that. Because again, this is pre-internet, and I was like, he must just be a wizard. Like, how does he make his guitar do that sound?
He is a wizard.
He is a wizard.
Yeah, I think you can get in touch with Mr. Frampton now, and I think that he will play on your tracks remotely. I knew some folks in Nashville who were doing that.
One of the artists, Danielle Cormier, she had Frampton played on her record.
You and I should do a really horrible record.
And just have Frampton do the solo.
And then just, sir, we'd just like you to solo for 20 minutes over this. We don't care what you do.
This is the best thing I've heard. Frampton Comes Alive 2. With Baxter and Jonathan.
Guys, you can't call it that. No, that's the name.
The lead track is called My Favorite Color is Sugar. And
this is the best idea we've ever had.
It's all bad hair metal songs written by yours truly.
And they would be really bad.
Now, how about things that are on guitars now that might become a thing of the past? Maybe. And I like some of these things a lot. I'm going to kick right into it. Armrests.
No!
On your acoustic guitar. That's become sort of a thing. Like Taylors do a lot of it. Loudons do a lot of it. Other brands are doing it too. But
I saw it on like a Washburn the other day.
Martin really hadn't picked up into that.
No. And
They're holding tight. They're like, no.
Probably won't.
They might. I don't know. They got some stuff coming down the pipeline. Some futuristic designs I have heard.
Like a Flying X. The Martin Flying X.
They're going to do a triple aught 28.
Whoa.
Made of wood with a hard shell case.
Whoa.
With titanium strings. Just kidding. Those things are a thing. That was a bad thing too. If you got those and you like them, I'm sorry I'm making fun of them. That was a weird thing. What about the armrest? Maybe not. It won't be a thing. Who knows? It is more comfortable. But maybe aesthetically they'll be like, oh, I just wanted to look like a box.
Yeah.
Back in the old days.
It's true.
What about cutaways?
Nah.
Yeah, they're here forever,
to
aren't
stay.
they? Yeah,
Here to stay.
they're cool. I like them. Yeah.
Here to stay.
You give me one.
What about those crazy, wiggly, fanned fret things? Fan frets, multi-scale, whatever you want to call it.
That's become a fad sort of
become
recently.
a thing. It seems like it's gotten more popular.
But it hasn't hit critical mass.
No.
It's in the metal world. I see it a lot.
Yeah.
I do see it in the loud world because we're connected with them.
That kind of thing, you know.
It's
which is awesome, but I just don't know if it'll be around. And
yeah.
it'll be on the fringe forever.
I think it's going to stay fringe. Yeah. Okay, here's one that's controversial. Splitting your coils.
Time to die.
I know. I could. That's become like a thing. On like every guitar with humbuckers like gotta split the coils.
I hate it.
Gotta.
I feel like you and we're in lockstep on this one.
I think we kind of are. I never do it. Like, and everybody wants to split them. They're like, no, that we can get that Strat sound.
Nope. No, you can't. You're lying to yourself.
You know how you get a Strat sound?
You play a Strat.
That's it. Okay, I'll be even more controversial. Get a Silver Sky. You get that Strat sound too, sort of. Yeah, but it doesn't have the single coil into humbucker sound on the Silver Sky or the Strat. You know why? Because it doesn't work that well. It does, but that's my opinion. I could get lambasted and run over and drawn a quarter.
We will. Yes.
And that's fine.
But no, I'm not into it.
Just
something else to break.
I think it's there. It can be. Yeah, it's just another piece that breaks. That then you're frustrated. It's an easy fix, if it does. But
or you could just never touch it, or never have it in the first place.
Like I have it on a few of my guitars, like that's sort of in the weird outlier worlds, but I don't use it.
I've never been playing my 335 and thought, man, if I could just split this coil.
Surprise for you, Sean and I did a mod on that for you as a present. Just you now have split coil and EMG actives in there.
Sweet.
And we put Floyd Rose on it.
I'm so excited.
We had to cavity out the...
Lost a little wood, no big deal.
It's not a big deal. Yeah, so I mean, that's a controversial one. And a few other little sort of bonus points now. Bonus points. I'll talk about you again, like a Jonathan one. The amps, more effects and more amps, more better. Is that like a trend that sort of have people want to have like crazy like rigs? Are we paring down rigs? I see them in both places.
That's a tricky one, right? I don't know how it's going to go. You know what does appeal to me in this thing is the Greg Koch amp.
Like
it is named Koch, but is also a Greg Koch signature series because it's got like a little, it's got his little rotary sound. It's got clean, it's got dirty, it's got a little delay, a little reverb. That's it. He's like, oh, that's all I'll ever need for a gig. I could be wrong about the particulars.
I haven't. I mean, I've known a couple of people.
Okay with that.
I've known 3 people that bought it.
You do?
None of them have kept it.
No.
I'm not saying that. Like, I mean, that's not a good review, obviously. But these are also people that are sort of.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
They
There's a lot.
You try something, you play it.
You might be one of those people we're talking with right now. And that's okay. Like we all kind of do it, except for I don't at all.
You really don't.
I don't. Once it becomes mine, it's sort of mine.
He just hoards. He's a hoarder.
I'm a hoarder. I'm a
Joe Bonamassa Jr. over here.
Without the money or ability. So I have a lot of classic 30s and pig noses.
They're great.
And it's like I have a whole room of pig noses and classic 30s.
That'd be amazing.
It's like, oh my God,
you're just playing them all in
idiot.
Like super stereo.
No, I just like to look at them and like polish the little chrome chassis.
I want you to daisy chain them all.
Well, yeah, it goes back to like that pride in the complication of your rig. It's like, because I see it with a lot of worship type things too. Like some of the guys that don't play in the worst, they have these crazy complicated rigs.
It's true.
And that's what I'm a tube aficionado. I love tube amps. I'm just like, dude, just get a Helix. If you're playing in church,
You're doing that. It doesn't make it way easier.
You need to have this.
What's funny is I agree with you about the not being a complicated rig, but I think your definition of a complicated rig and my definition of a complicated rig are probably not the same. Like you probably think my 9 pedals on my board.
No, I really don't think yours is complicated.
Okay,
That was
all
sort
right.
of done in tongue in cheek.
Because I don't even like to use the effects loop.
You're yeah.
Let's go
you're
straight
pretty
into
dumb.
the amp.
You're a caveman. You're worse than
Yes,
me in that
I
respect.
know,
I will
I know.
use the effects loop.
Just plug it in, turn it up, and let's go.
God, he's such a waster.
They're like, that's why his tone's so bad.
That's why you suck at everything. That's why your wife hates you. She's like, God, your tone's terrible. Use the effects loop, Johnny.
She does say that a lot.
She says,
You know.
why don't you use the effects loop, loser?
Yeah,
And she spits at him.
it's true.
She can spit across the
Crazy.
room. It's like
a camel.
It's a hillbilly spitting ability.
Just like a camel. or one of those spitting cobras.
She's like a
right in
hillbilly.
the eye.
No, I think of her more. She's a hillbilly camel. I like that. That makes me happy. That's cute.
You know,
My wife's a hillbilly too, so it makes me happy. Like I saw her wearing shoes once this year.
strange.
It's weird. And it was like, what are
can't
those things?
imagine
I saw she had shoes on in the house the other day. I was like, what is on your feet? She's like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And she took them off because she's like, it did feel weird. They were sandals too, so it wasn't really shoes.
Just trying something new.
But got me excited. I was like, is it date night? Awesome.
No.
Oh my God, Johnny, you just got me all pumped up. Date night at the Clement House. I think we might go to the movies tomorrow night though. We might go see the Snake Eyes G.I. Joe origin stories, maybe, because we fine
Modern
high-end
classics.
cinema.
It's bound to
We're
be.
highbrow here at Casino.
Only the finest for us.
God, we're stupid.
We are.
I did just start watching The Devil Everywhere. I think I started watching that last night while I was folding laundry. It's weird.
Is this a movie or a series?
It's a movie.
Yeah.
I just needed some fodder while I was folding laundry, and it's The Devil All Around Us, maybe something like that. It's definitely very good, but very dark. Not a movie to watch with anyone that likes happiness. I'm 35 minutes in, and it's just turned very dark. That's all. That's my movie moments at the moment.
There you go.
That's all I got. Just came. Sorry, ADD strikes again. But we're done. We're over at this point. The video's through.
That's it. That's done.
So it's like
That's
I
the
can
end.
talk, I can talk about movies
We could talk.
or Wham. Great band. Take us home, John. Take us home.
Wham, he says. All right, hit like and subscribe if you have not already. Click that bell so you don't miss stuff in the future. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks, as always.